Welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most intriguing episodes in the Gospel of John, the resurrection of Lazarus. But instead of focusing only on the miracle, we'll explore what the text doesn't say and what that silence might mean. Lazarus was dead for 4 days. 4 days. Yet, when Jesus brings him back to life, there's no mention of what he saw, felt, or experienced. Why doesn't anyone ask him, what was it like? Today, near-death experiences, NDEs, often come with vivid descriptions of tunnels, lights, or otherworldly beings. But Lazarus? Nothing. It's as if his death and return were just physical. No spiritual commentary, no glimpse into the afterlife. To understand this silence, we need context. In ancient Mesopotamian and Israelite thought, death was often seen as the end of one's physical existence, a shadowy realm with no clear dualism between body and soul. The sharp division of body and soul only gained traction later, especially with philosophers like Plato and Aristotle. So, resurrection wasn't just improbable, it was unthinkable. From a scientific point of view, it still is. But in religious literature, especially in the Jewish and Christian traditions, resurrection becomes a supernatural event, a divine act that breaks the natural order. In the Gospel of John, Lazarus isn't really a character. He's a plot device. He doesn't speak, he doesn't share insights. He's brought back to life for one reason: to prove Jesus' divine power. This lack of character development suggests the story is less concerned with Lazarus himself and more focused on glorifying Jesus. It's as if the author wasn't interested in what happened to Lazarus during death, only in the miracle that brought him back. John's Gospel is deeply influenced by Hellenistic thought. Its concept of Jesus as the Logos, the divine word, echoes Philo of Alexandria and Greek philosophy. There's a theological agenda here, to equate Jesus with God, to present a high Christology. This blending of Jewish messianism with Greco-Roman metaphysics creates a new image of Jesus, not just a prophet or teacher, but a divine cosmic figure. At the time, many Messianic movements were competing for attention. The Essenes, Samaritan prophets, apocalyptic preachers all offered visions of hope and restoration. After the destruction of the temple in 70 CE, many of these movements lost momentum. But Christianity survived. Part of its success lay in presenting Jesus as superior, not only to Jewish messiahs, but even to Roman figures like Emperor Vespasian, who was also seen as a savior. The Gospel of John reflects this transition. It adapts Jesus into a form that could appeal to both Jewish and Hellenistic audiences, a universal savior, a divine being above all others. And Lazarus? He's not the focus. He's a narrative tool, a signpost pointing to Jesus' divine authority. No afterlife insights, no personal arc, just a miracle meant to elevate Christ. So what can we learn from the silence around Lazarus? Maybe it's not just what's written, but what's omitted that tells us the most. The resurrection of Lazarus isn't about Lazarus at all. It's a carefully crafted literary moment designed to exalt Jesus, shaped by theology, philosophy, and the cultural needs of the early church. Thanks for joining this deep dive. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring.